this is Feminine Features. The main purpose of the show is to discuss chick flicks. I'm Anne Sully Sullivan.
I'm Jenna Morrissey.
I'm Windsor Jewell.
And this week we saw Sex and the City. In order for you to enjoy and understand this podcast, we recommend that you watch before listening. But if you haven't, here's Jenna with some background and a brief synopsis.
Hey.
Hi.
Sex and the City.
Both in one movie?
Mm-hmm. Can you believe it?
Sex and the City and 1 quarter in Los Angeles?
And a little Mexico.
And a little Mexico.
Yeah. Can you show off your shirt?
I am single and fabulous, question mark?
Single and fabulous question mark. I got Windsor that for Christmas because we watched Sex and the City this past year.
Mm-hmm. She got me this when I had the flu, so I would look like Carrie on it.
It's true.
And I looked at myself and I said, question mark. Am I fabulous?
That picture, I forgot about that picture you took in it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Where I look identical to Carrie.
Yeah.
With the cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Entirely, pallid.
Perfect. It's perfect. All right. Let's get into Sex and the City. I've written Sex and the City : the movie. That's what it was marketed as. That is not the name.
No, the name of the movie is Sex and the City.
Sex and the City, just like the show. So, this is a 2008 Warner Brothers film directed and written by Michael Patrick King. It's based on the book by Candace Bushnell and the TV show by Darren Star. If you've seen the show, you already know the cast, but here's them anyway. We have Sarah Jessica Parker as Carrie Bradshaw, icon.
One of the most characters in the history of media.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Kim Cattrall as Samantha Jones.
Woo!
There we go. Yeah. I knew we were going to get that. And we welcome her back to the pod because she was on Ice Princess.
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker was in, everyone, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
And
Also,
girls
to
just
launch.
want to have fun.
And girls just want to have fun.
We've covered the vast majority of Sarah Jessica Parker's filmography.
I don't think
You were not on for that one.
That
No,
was
you were
before
not.
me.
It was like one of our first episodes.
She was a teen.
First guest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, teen actor.
Mhm.
She was a
Okay.
brat packer,
Mm-hmm.
much like her hubby,
Really?
Matthew
I
Broderick.
don't think I knew that.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, you should
Well.
listen to the podcast.
I definitely listened to that episode when it came out. I was a Feminine Features stan.
Yeah.
That's why you guys brought me on.
Our biggest fan. You won a lottery
sweepstake.
competition.
I know. I
Become the
really
new
lucked out.
host, yeah.
I used to work at like a hotel resort as an activities host, and me and my boss would sit in our tiny little like closet office, and I would just play it out loud on my phone.
Excellent.
So like my old boss would listen in and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Blah, blah, blah. I really agree with what they're saying."
And at one point, he was talking about Sarah Jessica Parker being a brat packer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So next we have Kristen Davis as Charlotte York.
Yeah.
Charlotte York Goldenblatt.
Yep.
Yes.
She got married.
Because she got married in the show. Then we have Cynthia Nixon as Miranda Hobbs.
Woo!
We have Chris Noth as Mr. Big, or
Ooh.
John James Preston, because we know his name now.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Boo.
John Jay, I don't like him.
John James.
Boo to Chris Noth, he's a bad guy. Boo to Mr. Big for reasons that are obvious.
Yeah. Ugh, Mr. Big. Next, we have Jennifer Hudson as Louise.
Mhm.
She's not in the show. She's only in this movie.
Mhm.
And this is her first movie credit.
Mhm.
I actually forgot to check, but I believe it is.
I believe so. I would like to frame this episode as an investigation.
Right.
Do we think Louise is a real character or just a figment of Carrie's imagination? Because he doesn't interact with any other character in the movie
No, only
besides
Carrie.
Carrie.
And like we see
Whoa.
her with like, we see her back at home through
Yeah.
like
Yeah, in St.
flashback.
Louis, yeah.
Not through flashback, it's present.
Yeah. Cutaways to St. Louis.
Yes.
She's Louise from St. Louis.
I think very interesting. Good point.
Mhm.
Certainly, probably true. I don't think Carrie's that smart.
To create a figment of her imagination.
Yeah, I think she's much more likely to just hire somebody.
She's so self-obsessed that the figment of her imagination would be some sort of servant as opposed to a friend.
Interesting. So we'll chew on that. We'll have to get into that because unfortunately Louise only comes up a little bit in my summary. This movie is a lot. We'll get into it.
I bring up the figment of the imagination because Louise feels like a fever dream when you're looking back through the movie.
Yeah, you're like, oh right, she was there.
Yeah.
And she's good. Like there's nothing,
I think she's good in the movie. I think the character is unforgivable, and she's given a truly thankless task of playing it.
I mean, yeah, she just kind of comes in and fixes Carrie's life in a
She's
way.
like, I'm so normal.
Yeah.
Carrie's like, wow, a normal person.
Well, it's just, I mean, you know, the way that like the show and then this movie is set up is like 4 girls. And then there's suddenly like 5th girl. And I'm like, whoa, what's going to happen with her? And then they're like, we're going to write her out as fast as possible. No explanation.
Yeah.
No, immediately.
Yeah, she's not like a 5th girl.
No.
Well, yeah, but it's
You
like
know?
suddenly Carrie has another friend. Carrie's never had another friend.
Exactly. It's a figment of her imagination that is working for
It's her
her.
imaginary
knows
friend.
how to operate her email. And I think it's like at one point, and it feels like them making up for the fact that they didn't have any black characters on the show. And then you're watching it like, oh, well, that's why they didn't have any black characters on the show, because they're incapable of writing black women.
Yeah.
And to create this almost nothing character that is there solely as a magical inspiration to Carrie to.
Yeah, she shows
in
up,
like a- in
fixes
like a Bagger
everything, and she
Vance
leaves.
vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, and I found true love, and you should too.
Poof.
Poof.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like a fairy godmother
Yeah.
of
She
normalcy.
doesn't come back.
Yeah. I think excellent point. And I think you're onto something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll just keep going with the cast. We got David. What? Oh, it's not Eisenberg. It's Eigenberg. Is that it? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, 100%
Eigenberg as Steve Brady. Steve having a rough time in this movie. Having a
Miranda.
rough time. Miranda.
Miranda, I'm so sorry.
And we have Evan Handler as Harry Goldenblatt.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Lewis as Jerry Smith. Jared.
Smith Jared.
We love Smith.
I'm a Smith Jared
We're
fan.
both big
He's
Smith fans.
much
How do you feel about
maligned.
Smith?
I think he's a hottie.
Yeah,
He's a hottie as well.
Yeah.
He's stupid in this though.
Yeah, sure.
He was stupid in the show too.
Yeah.
I mean, Samantha, talk about before we started recording. We're talking about characters who should never have gotten together with someone.
Mhm.
Samantha Jones. At least
Yeah.
they got her out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually really like her plot line of just being like, I want to be single. And he's like, okay.
No, I like it too.
Yeah.
But I think he's like shitty to her. I think she's like, it's Valentine's Day and you're late.
Yeah.
And he's like, chill out.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
true.
like,
He's just
hey.
like, calm down. I don't
He's
love
literally,
that.
and then he's like, grabs a box of chocolates out of his bag. What do you get that at Walmart?
Mhm.
This woman made sushi.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sushi cannot be good after that.
No. All right. Next we have Mario Cantone as Anthony. He is Charlotte's gay friend.
Oh yeah.
And he's like a wedding planner or whatever, or at least he does that. We have Lynn Cohen as Magda. Just had to mention her.
Shout out to Magda. Good character.
Good character. Happy to see her. And then we have Willie Garson as Stanford Blatch, the who is Carrie's gay friend.
Mhm.
You can
gotta
only have one.
Mhm.
You can only have one.
You have to have one. They have to be 5'2"
Mm-hmm.
and
And they
single.
have to hate each other
Right.
until
Those two gay guys hate each other, and then they kiss in this movie, and then get married at the beginning of the next one. And
Yeah.
what is that, folks?
Homophobia.
Homophobia.
Yep.
This movie is
let them hate
openly-
each other.
This movie is openly homophobic and features 2 gay kisses. It's unbelievable.
All right.
And I believe made exclusively by gay guys.
It's true.
Hey, nobody.
Extremely
Nobody
homophobic.
hates gay people more than gay people.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. So this movie is hard to summarize because narratively, it's a new season of Sex in the City.
Yep.
And duration-wise, it's half a new season of Sex in the City because it's 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
2 hours and 45 minutes, and I would argue it's the unfunny half of a later season of Sex in the City.
Yeah.
So it's mostly just sad.
Well, exactly, because like usually you'd have a season of Sex in the City, and you're like, okay, character arc over the season, plus a bunch of filler episodes that are really fun.
Right.
But there's no filler episodes in here.
No, there's no jokes throughout the entire. There's one joke.
I thought that there were some fun parts. I can't
Like
remember,
what?
but I know they were all delivered by Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Kim Cattrall's watching these people fuck. And I was reminded, we were watching a video essay on Carrie Bradshaw as a character last night.
Shout out Broey Deschanel.
Shout out Broey Deschanel in preparation. I was reminded at how funny and uncomfortable the sex scenes in the show are in early seasons, that they like express and you learn more about sex. And in this movie, nigh pornographic.
Well, as I was watching this at work, Windsor walked up behind me and he went, "Sully, at work?" during a very pornographic scene.
Yeah.
I made a whole show of switching to a different tab. It was very fun.
And like the naked sushi stuff, very in line with the show traditionally.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like fun.
Yeah.
But like Charlotte is a pretty like sexy shower for no purpose. And I don't know.
That's
it's just
true.
like their use of nudity is just like we get to do it because of the HBO.
Well, that's how HBO's always been then.
Right. And they use it so well on the show. And by the time they get to this movie, they're just like, okay, tits.
What about Dick? That was fun.
Dick was great.
I don't know if we saw
what
that.
Dick?
Her neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah.
Well, I like that part.
I was just checking to see if this was perhaps a Valentine's Day release. It was not.
I would like to not complain about the nudity. I don't mind it.
Okay.
But the difference in approach was very notable, especially with Samantha's plotline being like, she's just like, I want to fuck.
Yeah.
I think it served the plot.
Yeah.
But it was a notable difference in a way that I think a lot of the funny stuff is gone from this movie. It is like the serious half of a season of Sex and the City.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah, this came out in 2008 and Sex and the City stopped airing in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's been like 3-4 years
But
since
it's fairly close.
anyone's gotten to see these characters. Yeah. So we start the movie a few years after the end of the TV show, and we see Carrie and Big looking for an apartment together.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see the four main girls go to an auction for a woman who's splitting up with her husband? Boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's why.
Importantly
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because she had like no rights when they broke up to like the apartment that they lived in or any of that.
She's auctioning off her jewelry, which I love as a plot point.
She's auctioning off all of the jewelry that he gifted to her over the years. And
I tried doing that, but I only made $2.
Yeah, so Carrie, hearing that the woman was kicked out and had no rights to the apartment, wants to help pay for some of this new apartment with Big, but he suggests getting married.
Yeah.
So an announcement of their engagement makes page 6, and it continues to spiral, quote unquote, out of control from there.
Yeah.
So what was originally a 75-person wedding with a bridal suit from a vintage shop becomes like a 250 something person wedding with a gown from Vivienne Westwood that Carrie is wearing in the age edition of Vogue because she is representing the age of 40.
In a public library.
And they're getting married in the New York
City
Public
Library, which still doesn't seem too big for like crazy rich people.
No.
But it's Big's third wedding.
Oh, right. So he's embarrassed about it. I hate this motherfucker. So, I'm going to be like this for every decision Big makes.
So, meanwhile, Miranda and Steve are having issues. They haven't had sex in 6 months. And when they do, Miranda tells him, like, why can't we just get this over with?
Yep.
And Steve ends up cheating on her and they split up. Bad look for my man Steve.
My good friend Steve.
My good friend Steve.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, and I want to make clear, I just watched the show this last year. I know a lot of people have very strong opinions about things in Sex and the City. I'm just saying this to you. Not you specifically.
Okay.
But like, you know, I haven't fully analyzed. I've only watched through it once. And I was playing Stardew Valley for half of it.
Sure.
So like there may be things I missed. So when I'm like, I love Steve, that's my friend Steve, you know.
I mean, like
I feel like
I feel
could
like
jump down my throat about something, but
I
don't know.
I think the like vast majority of like the consensus about Steve was like he was fine.
Yeah.
Miranda never liked him and they should have never been together, but he was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what the mass consensus is.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to go against the grain. I'm afraid you guys are going to yell at me.
We already
So
came
when
out of
I'm
this.
like, I like Steve, don't be like, but he cheated on Miranda. I'm like, I know, I watched the movie too.
We
and I'm like,
already
what the hell?
came out as Smith Jared fans
And people don't like him.
Basically, it's fine to be a Steve fan. I mean, Steve is uncontroversially positive. I think he's a little cutie, freaking patootie.
Yeah, Miranda.
In the show. Miranda.
Mad at him.
And he's like sitting there watching cartoons as his conflict.
Yeah.
I think he's fine. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So at Carrie and Big's rehearsal dinner, Steve shows up and talks to Miranda, which makes her so upset that she tells Big that getting married ruins everything.
Yeah.
He calls Carrie that night, and Carrie's like at Charlotte's house with all the girls or whatever. And he's like, I don't know, I'm unsure or whatever. And she calms him down.
Big is incapable of understanding context.
He's like, I can't write my vows.
Yeah. Well, I just meant like the Miranda comment is like,
oh, yeah.
He sees somebody who just got cheated on in a way that's ruining her marriage, and he cannot identify that is not a universal experience.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, because he was also like out there. Samantha was outside smoking cigars with the guys.
With the boys, Smith, Jared,
I am
Harry.
with Samantha.
Smith, Harry, and Big.
Yeah.
And then Steve walks up and is like, can you get Miranda, please? and she does. So like Big saw all that happen.
Yeah.
So you're right. But now the morning of their wedding, he keeps calling her over and over again, but she's not on her phone because it's the morning of her fucking wedding.
Yeah, it's her fucking wedding.
And also Charlotte's kid like takes her phone and puts it in her purse. And Carrie and the girls arrive to the wedding like 25 minutes late, and he's not there. And she's like, get me out of here, when she finally talks to him on the phone and realizes he's not coming.
He says, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, get me out of here.
He can't suck it up for one fucking second.
Not for, yeah.
Okay, so we are going to get in a fight about this movie. I think you're right. I've always been a big hater because that guy fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. In this movie in particular, I think she should have waited like 1 second before jumping, like, because he's like, I don't think I can do this. And she's like, get me out of here. And it's just like, hey, try to get someone to talk him into it. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Oh, you're absolutely correct. She literally,
yeah,
like the setup of this movie, the length of this movie, which is, I believe, 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
Is solely driven.
And the timeline is 1 year.
It's solely driven by how little Carrie is willing to forgive or even engage with Big.
Yeah.
And then like the final denouement is that she reads all the shit he's been sending her that she knows he's been sending her, and she's like touched by it.
Yeah.
So like if she had actually just finished that conversation on the phone, he would have come out of the car. But also it just makes the movie bad.
But they
because they wrote the lines down, and it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And unfucking believable that you have to sit there and watch it and be like, do you think I'm a baby?
Yeah.
Like, why would I ever be compelled by this coincidental series of unwilling to have a conversations that spiral into a 6-month conflict where Carrie hallucinates a personal assistant? Why do I give a fuck when this would all be solved with a polite conversation?
Well, the conversation would have had to have happened earlier when they're planning the wedding,
That
and
too.
it is getting big, and in a way that Big is uncomfortable with.
But like, I'm watching the cell phone plot, and I'm like, am I really supposed to believe that this conflict is so...
They make it seem like it's Lily's fault, the child.
Conflict is so thin that a lack of phone call ahead of the time where Carrie's like, Big, you just got to stick through it. It's still us up there. And he knows what he wants her to say to him, and he can't just imagine that she would say it.
Well, he's like literally like, turn around, baby, let me see you. She turns, puts the veil over, and he's like, damn it. And it's like,
yeah,
you
right?
can still see her.
It's like,
I know.
she didn't notice me. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sure.
You're getting married.
Yeah.
I know. Like, it's infuriating.
It's like he doesn't have object permanence.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what do I not have object permanence? And the whole conflict is that Carrie refuses to even hear from the man, as if somehow it doesn't track as a human She's not like us.
Yeah. I've never related to Carrie Bradshaw, except that for the fact that I also live in New York City.
I live in New York City. I'm a narcissist. I get her a little bit, but it's like this at this point.
I mean, it almost
I get
feels
her
like
more than I get Big, to be frank. In this childish little tete-a-tete.
Yeah, but it did almost seem like she wanted things to like blow up.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's what I was saying throughout the movie. When she's sitting in Mexico, what I said was when they have this whole, she's on, can't get the cell phone call in from Big, and he's sitting out in the car, and he's like, turn around, and she's like, she immediately breaks down, and they're fighting in the street when they see each other. Yeah. Like they even run into each other in a way where they could just be like, okay, can you do this? And he's like, okay, yes, I am. Okay, we're driving back now.
He's like, I'm sorry, I'm coming in, I made a mistake. And then she hits him with the flowers, and I'm like, whoa.
Well, and she hits him and she says, I knew you would do this.
Yeah.
This is a sex game for them.
Well, that was Windsor's take with this this It's all the sex game.
She wants to be hurt. She did this. She orchestrated the entire thing, as did he. As a game for them to relive their youth.
Yeah.
And she gets 6 months out of it. She makes a new friend in St. Louis, watches one good movie, and she's like, all right.
Clang, clang, clang.
Goes the trolley. and she's like, all right, get back here, you old lug.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean,
it's a game for her.
Yeah, well, they like set it up. She's like, I don't know what my new book's going to be about. I guess I better be single again briefly.
Yeah. Let me tear my life down.
Put me in fucking Mexico, get me spoon fed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like it's both of their faults.
In that bed, and she's just thinking about what her friends think of her while she's lying down. She doesn't care at all about her actual emotional state. She is just being performative.
Yeah.
This is my accusation. It's not actually how the movie plays out.
Okay.
So, yeah, they see each other in the street, and she hits him over and over with her bouquet.
Yeah.
And says, like, I knew you would do this. And, her friends whisk her away.
Mm-hmm.
Then Samantha makes the girls go on Carrie's honeymoon. She's like, there's a vacation booked.
I love Samantha.
And we are going. Mm-hmm. So they all go to Mexico. And Carrie lays around Mexico moping. But not just moping.
She's not crying. Critically, she's not crying.
Sleeps for 2 straight days. And we see like each of the girls come in and be like, you have to eat something. Aren't you going to get up? And then it culminates with Samantha bringing her breakfast in bed, making Carrie sit up and spoon feeding her. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yogurt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Also, while in Mexico, Charlotte, being racist, refuses to consume anything in Mexico besides pudding made in Poughkeepsie.
Which, why you would trust something made in Poughkeepsie?
Yeah, right?
Clearly never been to Poughkeepsie.
She ends up shitting her pants, which makes Carrie finally laugh at something again. It kind of brings her out of her funk. Now, I would like to get into this right now.
Yeah.
Windsor and I disagree on what made Charlotte shit her pants. I said she's being punished for being racist by the narrative because she's only eaten pudding for a week. So obviously she's going to shit herself and have some crazy stuff because of the pudding. However, in the scene before she shits herself, she's doing that weird sexy shower scene.
Very sexy shower.
And she opens her mouth a little bit and gets water in her mouth, and then she spits it out because she has been refusing to consume any water or food. And then in the next scene is when she shits herself. So Windsor's like, no, it's like she was racist and it kept her from shitting herself until
she's naked. She's thinking about how much she loves her family.
Mm-hmm.
And they mention it like 6 times, and she's so comfortable thinking about how much she loves her family that she opens her mouth and accidentally drinks some of the water.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, she's like, I gotta shit myself, and then does.
Yeah.
But
we see her spit out the water.
But they say in the voiceover that she's consuming the water and then shits herself.
Yeah. Yeah. So the way it is set up is that she drank the water and the water made her shit herself.
That's how I feel.
Narratively, I think when you are in a foreign country, there's a certain amount of caution you need to have when it comes to drinking potable water. However,
totally fair, yeah.
if you can eat the food.
Yeah.
and her
she's
not
only eating pudding
is being pretty racist. And you know what might make you shit yourself, actually? Eating only pudding for like 3 days straight.
I feel the movie vindicates her racism, even though it does make her shit herself.
What a sentence.
She Poughkeepsied in her pants.
She Poughkeepsied in her pants.
And Carrie she orchestrated this sex game with her man friend that led to her having to see her friend shit herself in order to feel whole again.
Mm-hmm.
They're toys to her.
All right. So moving on. Carrie goes, that's all I have on Mexico, because that's all it really is.
This movie should be an hour and 45 minutes, an hour of 20 which are in Mexico.
Agreed.
Carrie, have you heard about the sequel? Carrie goes back to her old apartment, and Samantha goes back to Hollywood because Samantha does no longer live in New York City at this point. She just keeps flying back.
In LA with a big dick neighbor.
She's constantly flying back. And Smith is not having sex with Samantha as much as she wants because he has to be at set really early in the morning. So he's going to bed at like 7 p.m. and
you can't have sex at 6:30. Come on.
Nope. And then Carrie hires Louise to help get her life together, and they talk about love or whatever. That is what I have written.
She's got a keychain that says love, and she says love.
Yeah.
She rents bags.
I said it was a keychain from Rue 21.
Yeah, Rue 21 keychain that says love on it. It looks like a corkscrew, but it wouldn't work as one.
No. That's the only sentence I have written about Louise. Because again, like, she feels like a big character when you're watching it, but then you look back on it and you're like, wait, what?
She's got a boyfriend
has a boyfriend.
St. Louis who broke up with her, an ex-boyfriend, and then they get back together over, I believe, Christmas?
Yeah.
New Year's?
Yeah.
He shows up at a family party of hers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then, she moves back.
And she says, I found my love. Well, she moved to New York City to find love, and then she gets back with her ex immediately and moves back home.
Yep. Yeah.
Relatable.
Which
yeah, I'm like Sully's dream.
Was she subletting?
You can break a lease in New York. It's not that hard.
Huh.
I mean, you can't, but you could.
Well, she didn't move back immediately.
You can always give your apartment to somebody else.
All
Not
right.
important, of course, because she's purely a figment of her Carrie's imagination.
Yeah.
So Charlotte learns that she's pregnant after years of infertility. That was like a whole big arc in the show. And Miranda continues to keep Steve at arm's length despite her friends suggesting that she should forgive him because all of them are like, I don't know, we like Steve.
we kind of like Steve. He's cute.
Like,
Cutie
we like
patootie.
Steve.
We cannot deal with your lesbianism, so you should get back to
Yeah,
Our
exactly.
worst nightmare is you being a lesbian, so get back with your husband that cheated on you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They say that in the movie.
They
It's
do, word for
crazy.
word.
And on New Year's Eve, Miranda and Carrie spend the night eating Chinese food together. It's just a little sweet scene. So now just jumping 9 months ahead, I guess, because this movie is so weird. Charlotte, heavily pregnant at this point, runs into Big at a restaurant. And she runs out when she sees him, but he chases after her and she starts yelling at him and she gets so upset at him that her water breaks and Big has to take her to the hospital. Woo! What a situation.
Circumstances, plot points.
Yes. So when Carrie arrives, they tell her what happened, and Harry tells her that Big said that he's been writing to her, and she was like, what? No, he hasn't written to me. I haven't gotten any letters, blah, 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 blah.
Earlier in the movie, by the way, when Carrie's hallucinating her friend Louise,
Yes.
Louise says, you got an email from the guy. And she's like, block that. Put that in the cyberspace place where I never have to see them again.
And
Which
she
apparently
doesn't.
is Louise's personal inbox on her
Yeah,
email.
she doesn't block him.
No.
And she doesn't just like mark it as spam. She like makes a separate locked folder for it for them to go to.
A locked inbox.
With the password being love. So Carrie goes home and she remembers that email exists. It's 2008, by the way. And she sees Big has sent her love letters from a book that she was reading at the beginning of the movie. And she goes to the apartment that they bought to pick up the shoes that she left there. And he's there. And they just have sex on the floor. And he proposes on one knee this time. And the movie ends with them getting married.
At City Hall.
Big invites the girl. Yeah, at City Hall in the ugly suit.
It wasn't ugly.
I like the
It
suit
was
better
fine.
than the Vivian Westwood dress.
Oh,
Sorry.
I disagree.
I'm sorry.
You're wrong.
Oh, I disagree. And Big invites the girls to celebrate after, which is like, how did he make that call? And how did he break the news to them that they're back together after all of this? And then them plus Harry, Steve, who's back together with Miranda now, and the kids all have a little reception dinner at Junior's. And that's the 2 hour and 45-minute Sex and the City movie. I left out a lot of meandering nonsense.
The Sex and the City movie were 12 minutes of it are about being more humble and human. The Juniors and Louise subplot. And you're like, wait, what?
Yep.
And then it ends on that point. It's like, we all needed to be a little bit less rich. And I'm like, I don't think that's the lesson here.
Yeah.
We haven't been talking about that at all.
No.
I mean, she was like, I want to have a wedding of 75 people. And she was like, ooh, Vivian Westwood. And I'm like, who? Yeah,
She works at Vogue. She's a celebrity. He's
I know.
Crazy rich.
I know. And
Yeah, he's like, oh, how did we get in page 6? It's like, you were literally in page 6 last time you got married, Big.
Mr. Big is, he seems like he's put upon by being so rich, both throughout the series and in this movie, in a way that is just so ridiculous.
also, he's like, I hate being in the paper. Bitch, your wife writes a column for the paper about your sex life.
Yeah,
You are a major reoccurring character in 90s newspaper reporting in New York City.
You are known in New York as Mr. Big, buddy. buddy. Yeah, so I think the theme of this movie is have some sense, have some sensibility.
Oh my god.
I think Carrie and Charlotte need to have some sense, and I think Miranda and Samantha need to have some sensibility.
We should have had Hope back.
Yeah, we should have. At the beginning, there's a lot of talk about how Carrie needs to be smart.
Yes.
She says, I just want to make sure you're being smart. Or Miranda says, I just want to make sure you're being smart here about Carrie selling her apartment.
Yes, and like having rights to her place, but still having a place to go back to or whatever. And that like all happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't she just end up keeping her apartment? She buys it back later in the movie.
She does.
Then she sells it again. She sells her apartment twice. In this movie?
No, because in the second movie, which we've seen, she still has her apartment in the second movie, and that's like a whole thing.
Doesn't she get a new apartment in this movie?
Yeah, they move into the new place, but she still does she own it?
She buys
These
back.
people are rich beyond comprehension.
She buys back her old apartment.
Yeah.
After selling it.
Yeah.
Because Miranda and Samantha are geniuses, and she says you guys could take over the world if you wanted to, which is a good line. And then she sells that apartment again to get a new third apartment.
They don't end up in a third apartment.
She has a personal apartment, and then she goes back to have sex on the floor with Big.
Yeah,
and they keep that
Fifth.
apartment.
And they keep that apartment. So does she get rid of her other?
No.
They never keep that apartment.
Oh, I thought they do.
They have sex, and then she's like, "Well, we better leave before the new owners walk in."
I thought they were living there in the next movie.
In the next movie? We're not talking about the next movie.
I know, but it tells us how this thing ended up.
Anyway, what's the point? Keep your apartment, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Or be smart or something.
Or be smart or something.
When they're at that auction, there's a random woman in the bathroom, maybe a figment of their imagination. She says
shared psychosis.
She was a smart girl till she fell in love. Ooh.
I hate this fucking movie.
And then, Carrie and Big are talking, and she says, I have to be smart here. We're not married. I'd have no legal rights to this home that I built with you.
Good plot point.
And then he's like, so we'll just get married.
Yes. So she's like, I gotta be so smart. And then And then she decides to absolutely misunderstand like the simplest phone call to like the nth degree. And so I think she needs to have
the
some
phone call
sense
from
Big when he's like, I don't know if I can do this.
I don't know if she misunderstood him.
I think she was jumping into conclusions. I think she was letting her heart doing the driving, and she should have been like, yeah, this guy's stupid. I had like, he was not, this whole thing was like, well, she let this thing get so big. She says, the whole wedding was my point of view. I let the wedding get bigger than big.
Yeah.
She should have known. She should have known to just go to the courthouse.
I disagree with her.
I think it's okay that she wants a big wedding. She just has to have that conversation or find a compromise, a middle ground.
At least communicate expectations so that Mr. Big has expectations, but he specifically says he's too busy to talk to her about the wedding.
Yes.
He does? That's insane.
I think she comes to the wrong conclusion at the end of the movie. She says something that I think is incorrect on what her breakdown is. I think it's Big is specifically like, I don't like this, and yet I feel so little control over it.
Yeah.
And my way of exerting control is by saying that I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
It's like a show of power for him, and he just wants the attention. And when he doesn't receive it, even when she doesn't know he wants it, he runs away.
Yeah, well, she, I think, I mean, like, Big not being smart here either, but I think we had a conversation about how, like, it was set up, the way that the plot set up is like, she should know that he doesn't want any of this. Because he did say as
he
much.
didn't, yeah.
And, and I think they had a conversation which she deliberately misunderstood. And,
well, she does say, like, it's all about the dress now. It's not about you to his face.
Yeah.
But it's not like he's then like, why can't it be about me?
Right.
Yeah, he
He's just
doesn't continue the conversation.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I should have interpreted all of his thoughts and feelings for him without him ever communicating them.
Yeah.
And like, that's like the lesson of the movie.
The lesson of the movie is you should just know.
And then kowtow to whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think it's have some sense, have some sensibility. I think she needs a little sense.
She needs to sense every thought and feeling of her partner without him communicating it.
Well, she's been with him for 10 years.
Hey, man.
Yeah. And then when they get together at the end, she says, it wasn't logic, it was love. She should have. She shouldn't have gotten back together.
Yeah, like
game
it is
for
a game
her.
to them. It's
Sure.
like, I do like that take. It's just like, okay, whatever. They're just playing a fucking sex game. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay, Charlotte's plot. Well, she gets pregnant, but her like the thing that like is like the obstacle she has to overcome is she's afraid that she can't run anymore.
That's her big obstacle.
That's her big obstacle.
One scene.
yeah, but whereas she needs a little sense, if you ask me.
Sure.
She says, I'm so happy that I'm terrified nobody gets everything that they want. She's letting her emotions take control when she should really be sensible about this. Sensibility.
Sense and sensibility.
Yes. And I think Miranda needs a little sensibility because when she's having sex with...
It's unbelievable. What are you,
Steve,
gay or something?
Are you gay or something? Have some sensibility. If you like women, say so.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he says, we never have sex and you want to get it over with.
It's so sad.
It's really sad.
It's so sad. And it's like, we watched Sex and the City, this movie, and the second one.
Yep.
We stopped before and just like that.
Yeah.
So I think we watched the first episode and we were like, we can't do this.
The lighting is atrocious. It's just like
it's just so much
hard to watch.
But I know Miranda's gay in and just like that.
True.
And it's like, why wasn't she in this one? If this is her plot line, she doesn't want to have sex with her husband. She's looking for a way out and he cheats on her and she's like, okay, get out.
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, a professional is like, and all of your friends are like, you have to stay with your husband.
And it's like, you don't have to. You can still be friends. And they're like, you should get back together with him when she's like giggling about something he used to do or something. And they're like, I don't know, maybe you still love him. Maybe you should get back together with him. It's like, no, maybe they're just like people who have lived a lot of life together.
Yeah, maybe she's a lesbian.
And maybe she's a lesbian.
Maybe she's a lesbian.
Great theory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so they go to this professional to talk about whether or not they can get back together. And Miranda makes a pro and con list. Hey, something I did when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend. And guess what?
Were they equally length like hers were?
Oh my God. Well, there was 6 points on each.
Really?
6
You
points on
found
each.
6 pros?
Yeah, but but the cons had part A, B, C an example.
Oh my God.
The cons had footnotes. They were researched.
Yeah, the cons had
Peer reviewed.
the cons had
The pros were like, nice.
the cons. I think there was con 1 had parts A through E, I think.
Jesus Christ, Sully.
Indexed.
Index.
I still have
Why
this.
weren't they separate bullet points?
Because it was
had to
like
be equally
it was like
length.
I don't remember what the reasons were. I mean, I do, but I don't remember what reason 1 was. Anyway,
Pro.
I'll show it to you guys. I still have it.
Pro bullet point nice. Pro bullet point good guy.
Those are the same thing.
Good guy.
Killing time.
3.
Soft hands.
Anyway.
Sorry, just thinking of what made him woman-like because Sully's gay.
No.
Oh, that was a good
Yes,
one.
yes.
That was
Yeah.
a good one.
But I couldn't say long hair because I was actually there.
You couldn't say slender figure.
Slender figure? Yeah, well, that sounded a little objectifying for me. Nice birth and hips. Under pro.
No.
Hourglass.
So funny.
Now you're getting
I don't know
crazy.
this
He didn't look
guy.
anything like that.
I know. I'm trying not to be realistic.
Oh, okay.
I never met this guy. I don't know.
Exactly. He's an
Well,
imaginary character in the
He's
bit.
an imaginary character.
She
I think you
hallucinated
guys
him. It's
made
just
him
like
up.
Louise.
Sully's like, I
Just
used to
Louise.
date men, and I'm like, okay.
I'm sure you met one of them.
No.
One of them.
Windsor did briefly.
Well, yeah, you guys went to college
Okay,
together. He's
whatever.
known you longer.
Yeah. Wait. I mean, yeah.
I didn't
That's
buy it at the
simply it.
time.
That's like that's it. I just
I
he
knew
was
she
around.
was a
I was
lesbian
not.
the whole time.
No, you
That's all.
didn't.
No, not at all.
Anyway, pro con list. Miranda made one, and she tells Carrie she has a lot of thinking to do, and Carrie says, "Thinking or feeling?" Ooh. See, Miranda has to have some sensibility.
Yeah.
And
she's like, well, if I have to feel, then I'm gonna be screwed.
Yeah, I know exactly. So
I feel nothing when I see him.
or rage.
Quote Miranda. Yeah.
Yeah, but Carrie says why we feel what we feel isn't logical, it's emotional. And I think that's another big theme of this because, does this movie make any sense? No, but I loved it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I don't think it's fair to love this movie.
Really? I think it's fair to love this movie.
Not when they had the subplot of Miranda waiting to tell Carrie that she told Big to
Right, I
that
didn't even
marriage
bring that up.
sucks, and then they have
Yeah.
a meeting, and Carrie, in the midst of her complex sex game, is like,
all
"Oh,
your
you're a
fault.
bad friend.
And
You
it's all
ruined my
your fault."
marriage. You ruined my blah 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 blah. You got to get back with your ex that cheated on you."
Yeah.
And there's a point where like Miranda and Big are both like begging Carrie for forgiveness, which is like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Miranda pulls the big move of showing up in front of her apartment in a car.
Yeah.
Hey,
She
Grand
expects
gesture.
What's that about?
sycophantic. She expects sycophantic. Well, A, she's a lesbian. B, she expects sycophantic support and constant adoration.
yeah. Carrie has never been a good friend, which is clear
No.
in the show.
No.
I think she has her moments.
I think she has her moments, but I think there are times when Miranda's like, I'm like having a really hard time, and she's like, Big's moving to Paris.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And this is her getting so annoyed by her friend having a excuse me. She's so annoyed by her friend having a real life event that she manufactures this entire scenario.
Yeah, truly. Samantha, now that woman needs some sensibility. What happens to the Samantha that we used to love?
I know.
And then she's dating Smith. She says, is it all about the other person? Is that love? Oh, Samantha, breaks my heart. You didn't like this plot? This plot was great.
Of course I liked this plot. I loved Samantha. I wish the whole movie had been about her.
I'm glad she only realized she was having problems when she gained weight, though.
Oh, you mean what's your gut tell you? Have some
What's
sensibility.
What's your gut tell you? Because they like panda her perfectly normal looking stomach.
I stand behind hating this movie.
Yeah, no, you're correct.
Like, yeah, it's fine to hate this movie, but I think it's fair to love it too.
Love is such a big word.
People love Sex in the City, dude.
Yeah, and I think they should watch the first 3 seasons over and over and over and over again. And I like a 5. I think Petrovsky's a fine character.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, she's talking to her friend. She says, well, relationships aren't always about being happy. And it's like, Samantha, why are you trying to keep yourself into this? Listen to your heart. Have some sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when she finally realizes she's got to trust her heart. She leaves Smith, and good for her. She's better for it.
Yes, because the movie, especially with the Miranda plot, but also the Carrie's complex game, is very conservative all of a sudden about like staying with your man. And so I'm glad they have this moment where this nominally successful relationship is just, Samantha's just like, this does not fit into the life I want to lead.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
She said, because it's all about them finding love or whatever, except for Charlotte is having a fine time this movie. It's like whatever. But like they have to find their love again, and Samantha's is herself.
Yeah.
But it's almost conservative in its like approach to Charlotte's plot of like, she's married, she has a kid. It's perfect.
Yeah, everything is going really
we can't
well
even
on
come
that
up
front.
with a plot for her because everything's so perfect.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, okay, well that's just...
what it kind of, they have another movie to make.
Yeah, right. But
Sex, Two City. Wow.
You really got him.
I just stole a joke you said.
I know,
before
I said
we
this
stopped
earlier.
recording. and
laugh.
it killed him. And it killed him. My God.
I liked that one. I liked it when you said it too. I repeated it back.
Okay.
Two Sex, Two City.
Two Sex, Two City.
Yeah, shout out Samantha. She made the right fucking call. She knows who she is. She's an adult. She's learned her lesson and grown over the years, as opposed to some people. Carrie
Bradshaw. Anyway, I also think, although she may be a figment of Carrie's imagination, I do think that Louise fits into this theme with her ex-boyfriend. She says he said he loved me and all, but he didn't think that I was the one. And it was like, well, why are you thinking about whether or not you should be with this woman and not just feeling if whether or not you should be this woman? And that's probably why they get back together. Who knows? It's off screen.
Yeah, he doesn't get any lines.
Yeah.
They don't really talk.
They're like silent scenes in a montage.
Yeah, it's just like, look, black people in the Sex and the City movie.
No, it seriously is like that. They're like, and here's the scene with the black people, and
they won't be
we're
talking.
back.
Yeah.
And they don't get lines.
Nope.
We'd have to pay them more if they did.
Yep.
That is what it's
That's
like
the
in
vibe.
the movie.
That's
Like
the
that is
feeling.
the vibe.
I've been watching again TCM. Been watching a lot of TCM.
Oh, no.
It felt very much seen not heard, a la a 40s or 50s movie using black actors.
Sure. Well,
The Louise plot felt better than that, but that one scene, it's just like, it's just crazy in a studio movie in 2008.
It just felt like weird.
well, it was also like this movie's 3 hours long, and they're like, no, we can't spend any time here. This movie's far too long already. It's like, cut the stuff about Miranda's pubes. How about?
Oh my god. Well, even that is like a
my
fine scene where Miranda stands up for herself and is like, you can't judge me for me. But then the movie kind of is like, Well, she should got
That
waxed.
fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't putting out enough. It's like where the movie lands.
Yeah, it is.
It's bizarre.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Let's move on to what this movie meant to me.
Sure.
Good friend of the podcast, Christine Fiala, leads
yeah.
a Sex in the City tour of New York City.
Yes.
And this fall,
The greatest city in the world.
I got to go on it with her, and she showed me and a bunch of tourists around New York City. We got to go to Magnolia's Bakery.
Ooh.
We got to get a picture in front of the steps of Carrie's apartment.
Oh, really? Doesn't the guy who lives there like hate that shit?
Yeah, and he hates Christine Fiala specifically.
Oh,
Nice. Yes.
Well, like, he knows who she is because she's always
Yeah.
bringing people over there.
She does the tour.
Yeah, but yeah, the guy who lives in Carrie's apartment hates that people are always in front of his apartment taking pictures, which
just move, bro.
Well, it shows that he's too rich because there's one person living there who feels ownership over the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was so much fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, go visit Christine at work if you want to. It's fun.
Shout out Christine.
I am planning on going.
Yeah.
I hear only good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sex in the City. I was watching it in college. And me and Windsor had this editing assignment that we had to do where we had to take the monk theme footage and re-edit it, and I did it to the Sex and the City theme song because I was obsessed with that show at that time, and I got a very good grade.
Nice.
It was good. It was good.
It was good. But
Monk? You have
Monk.
to take the monk theme?
I don't know how they get footage like that.
We had raw footage from an
Yeah.
episode of Monk,
Yeah.
and then we edited together.
All shows. That's so
What
cool.
I remember really clearly is that the therapist from Monk was chatting up Tony Shalhoub about working on Dreamgirls.
Oh yeah.
And Tony Shalhoub makes a joke where it's like they're going to give me Eddie Murphy's part, but he beat me out at the last second. Something like that. I was like, that's good. That's fun for Tony Shalhoub.
That is
Oh
fun.
yeah. But yeah, I was watching this in college, and like I had already like decided I wanted to live in New York, but this show definitely like shaped my idea of like what New York is. And my life's nothing like these women. I don't wear blonics. I don't get brunch nearly as often as I should.
We should, though.
We should get more brunch, but
So true.
and
Well, we have jobs.
they have jobs.
They say to each other.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
They say to each other,
In
working at the same place.
In general, the three of us often have jobs,
Thank you.
which make it hard to get brunch all the time.
But when
It's
I do
true.
have a job, it typically starts at like noon too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we could get brunch all the time, but we
That's
live together.
true.
It loses its luster.
Yeah.
And we work together.
We already spend too much time together. That's why we
That's
don't
true.
get brunch.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're nothing.
We
got to
get brunch with our other friends.
It's true. Yeah, Sex and the City. Where was I going? New York. The Carrie Diaries, the show that I
Did
believe
you watch that?
only I watched.
No,
Yes. You watched
Austin,
it?
No,
Austin
no, but I
Butler?
know Austin Butler was on it.
Austin
and
Butler was in it.
Who
Yeah.
is- oh my God, who's the girl?
Chloe, whatever the
That's
fuck.
Chloe Moretz.
Isn't it?
No, isn't
or-
it Sophia something something?
I get them confused.
Hold on,
so
hold
I don't
on.
know.
I don't believe it's Chloe Grace Moretz.
I thought it was.
It is Anna Sophia Robb. Yeah.
Sophia Robb.
Yeah.
Well, Anna Sophia Robb. Anyway, the Carrie Diaries, a show only I saw.
Mm-hmm.
In it, I saw it also, I guess, before I saw Sex in the City, but I guess that makes sense.
In chronological order.
Yeah.
Yeah, you watched it. Oh my
Um,
God, Austin Butler is so baby in this. In these pictures, I'm like, oh my God, he looks like he did when he was on iCarly.
He looks 13.
I know.
He was.
He's so baby. It's so funny. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're
continue.
good. But yeah, I saw the Carrie Diaries when I was like in middle school, high school at some point. Whenever the Carrie Diaries were coming out.
It came out 2013. I
Okay.
have to watch this.
I remember it being good. It probably wasn't. But in it, Carrie decides to go to NYU to pursue writing. And that was part of the big influence of why I decided to apply to NYU.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? I didn't go.
Yeah.
But
That's okay.
But that's okay.
I got waitlisted by NYU.
Yeah.
There's a universe where evil me and Sully went to NYU.
Yeah. Because I
And
got
I
in.
went to Buff State.
Ah!
No, I wouldn't have applied to Buff State if you hadn't gone there.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
True. Yeah, so I have not seen And Just Like That because I think it's stupid and
Agreed.
fan service.
Mhm,
And we were talking about it recently, Windsor, and you said it was like trying to apologize for Sex in the City. And I think that was an excellent take because there's a lot of like, Sex in the City is certainly not perfect or like politically accurate. They like come after bi people at one point and like
And that's
Iconic.
why I refused to watch the show for so many years, because I saw that quote on Tumblr in like high school and I was like, oh, well, I'll never watch the show. And then I watched the show and I was like, oh yeah, they're just fucking idiots.
they're just
sometimes.
fucking idiots. Yeah.
I mean,
You know?
she comes to an interesting conclusion at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
It's in discussion with the people of the world in a way that feels often reactionary conservative, but in a way that this movie is not in discussion with anything.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're exploring things on Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Which is like, I don't think we need to apologize for the whole of Sex in the City. I think it
No.
really wasn't like the first time that we like really talked about women's sexualities like publicly in like that sort of way. Like
Certainly
Samantha,
so
absolutely.
explicitly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've never watched it, and I've been very anti Miranda coming out as a lesbian in Just Like That. Because I felt it was not text in the show. And I understand that Cynthia Nixon is a lesbian, but that doesn't mean like her character has to be a lesbian.
Sure.
And then I watched this movie and I said, maybe it was text in the show.
Like, yeah, in this one, it's like, I don't know.
And
She's getting really annoyed with her husband and doesn't want to have sex with him.
yeah. And well, I was remembering an episode. Well, we were talking about what Steve's issues were on the show, and it was like that he played too many video games and stuff.
Watched cartoons.
Watch cartoons, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I remember when Miranda's like really comfortable with Steve, and like she's like, oh yeah, this is kind of going well, and then she sees his poop stain on his underwear.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know. I think being part of a relationship is like actually having that kind of intimacy with people. You don't like, it's just part of it. And
Yeah, but you also shouldn't leave shit stains on your underwear.
you should try not to.
You should try not to do that, which I think.
Try to do not
But
do
yeah, that is part of it.
But
yeah,
that is part of it.
for
How?
sure.
I see the mountain of toilet paper you got in there.
Oh my God, I can't believe it's lasted us this long.
Rather be caught with it than without it.
It's Windsor bought this massive like pallet of toilet
It's like
paper
100 rolls.
in November, and it lasts us through the 3 weeks.
I'm getting
Ben
another
was
one
here
the second
too.
that's out.
It's huge. Like
It's like a king size bed in your bathroom.
It's true.
Like,
I stand
not-
on it to get height.
not to throw you and Ben under the bus, but when both of you are here, we go through toilet paper insanely fast.
Wow.
Like
3-4 rolls a day.
not that many. We go through a lot of toilet paper, and like the fact we haven't run out of this, I've been like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry. No, you're so fine.
And to think all of my underwear is still covered in shit stains.
It's just
How is there so much?
the whole bathroom. This place is covered head to toe in shit.
Oh my God.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm just looking for my Miranda out there.
No. So my point is, when I was dating a man, I luckily never dealt with that. That's disgusting.
So glad.
But like in general, I would get like a little bit more grossed out. And like I think rewatching Sex and the City under the lens that Miranda was a lesbian the whole time would be interesting. And like
that's
just
how
like,
we watched it.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, but I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know. So yeah, exactly. I think it would really make some things like
Yeah.
It makes the whole thing kind of sad.
yeah.
Like she has a whole lesbian episode.
I remember that episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where they're all like, which one of us would we sleep with? And nobody chose Miranda. And you turned to me and you said, it's because she's a lesbian. And I started crying, I think.
Yeah, you first did too. Yeah, that's right.
No, that's not what happened. But yeah. So perhaps I will do that and start seeing if more things are clicking, like the pro and con list, you know?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. The shit stain.
The shit stain, because, you know, boys. If that was a woman, I'd happily clean her shit stains.
Go nose first in that fucking.
No! All right, someone else go.
I'll go. So yeah, like I said, watched Sex and the City for the first time this last year with Windsor.
Yeah.
We were like, we just have to, you know, like for the cultural relevancy of it. We have a podcast about chick flicks and we hadn't seen Sex in the City. So just kind of required watching.
And it was good.
And it was good. We had fun. I loved putting it on like when you would come over. We just watched Sex and the City. One time, a couple of our friends who were guys came over and we put it on and they were like eating it up and I thought that was super fun.
Yeah.
The movie is insane. It really is just like an episode of Sex and the City that keeps going. Like you said, you like this movie because you like binge watching Sex in the City.
Yeah.
So it does just feel like that. Like
Yeah.
I sat down and it's, you know, it just keeps going. It's like 7 episodes. And I don't know. I like watching YouTube videos about Sex in the City because like it's one of those so like giant cultural like juggernauts of TV in a way that like everyone's seen it, everyone has an opinion, everyone has something to say, and I'm just like, oh, what do you have to say about it, you know? But yeah, this movie's crazy. It was fine to watch. I think it's very 2008 in a way. Like the intro is so like almost like Hannah Montana-esque to me. Like they start playing the Sex and the City theme and then it cuts out and it's like a Fergie song. And like just the intro with like the interstitials from flashbacks from the TV show. It's like, what the hell is going on? But in kind of a fun way. I don't know. I like it. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
What
I love Sex in the City. I recently watched it, as you've heard, last year. And I really, really enjoyed like the first 3 seasons. And I even got into it at the end there. And then this movie is like, to me, it reflected almost the Netflix TV show ethos of television, right? Where it is like a season of Sex in the City where there's no episode structure to anything. You reach no endings, no conclusions. These scenes just get kind of left hanging in the air. When the movie does reach a conclusion, it feels unrelated to the opening thematic statements. It feels like it is specifically going away. It's most against the grain, like the pube stuff or the property ownership stuff. Like it's going against the grain of its actually interesting points that it brings up. And in the end, it just feels like this constant drudge of meandering nonsense. Where you're like, oh, I like this scene about Charlotte having confidence to run while pregnant, but like, where's the rest of the subplot? Where's the jokes? What's going on here? I like when Harry says, and my favorite line in the movie, my lot in life is to be surrounded by beautiful women, when
I love that
he
line.
has a girl.
So cute.
You know, but there's nothing there. Nothing's leading up to it. Nothing's coming from it.
Harry's barely in this movie.
And then he's got to fucking have another speech about how Big loves her so much and she can't understand email. and it's just like infuriating.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing onto nothing in the movie. Like, at least in Sex and the City, when it's at its worst, when it's being transphobic or biphobic or all this shit, there's something to grab onto. There's something interesting.
Yeah.
Carrie has a point of view coming into this shit. And in the end, it just feels like we are making this child out of our character who we've been watching the entire world through in a way that makes it feel like they're almost mocking the characters from Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right down to even the good Samantha plot about wanting to fuck. It feels like that they are almost resentfully making a movie they feel forced to make with these characters doing what they like them doing the least in a way that they're like angry at them.
I mean, it really puts them through like a really hard year.
Yeah.
Except for Charlotte.
And
Samantha's kind of fine.
It seems like they just like got to the point on the whiteboard where like, and what does Charlotte feel about it? She's like, oh, everything's too good. And then we're going to give her a little speech about that. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing leads to it. Nothing comes from it.
It's not structured like a movie.
No, it's not structured like a movie. It's not structured.
And it's not structured like TV either.
It's not structured. End of sentence. It's just like a script that must have just been monologue after monologue after monologue. And it feels like that, and to the point where you are confused about where we are in the plot right now, often, and they'll repeat and reintroduce shit. Like I watched from the 40-minute point on in this movie, and they introduce plot points that I thought had been introduced, and then I went back and watched the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And there was things that I thought had been introduced already within the movie I saw, and then there's some prior scene in the first 40 minutes that brings it up, and I'm like, why do they even need that? I thought that had been covered in its entirety in the segment I had seen.
No,
like, there's no cutting.
Yeah,
there's no simplification. There's no if then. You know, like the TV show Sex and the City. Like, it feels almost insulting to say that this is 7 episodes of Sex and the City, because like they would never be this bad.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well,
that's true.
Even like the Carrie over the talking at the beginning and the voiceover, normally they're like, she's like, here's what we're going to be exploring in this episode, and at the end of the day I learned something. And this is sort of just like, love, right? And then later she's like, love, right?
Yeah.
She has no thesis on it. I mean, literally it's just a necklace that says love on it.
Yeah.
Or
keychain.
A keychain that says love on it.
Yeah.
Not even a necklace. They can't even take the
a
time out of the day to make it a piece of jewelry.
It's so gaudy and it's so big. It's not like a tiny little keychain. It's like the size of my hand. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Cursive LOV.
It is the least subtle shit you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The best part about what I said to Jenna was, if this movie was on silent with no subtitles, it'd be better. The fashion's great. They have a couple fashion shows that are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. I don't hate what they do with Jennifer Hudson look-wise, even though clearly they have less invested in her than everybody else. They give her these nice
She's
bags.
supposed to be poorer.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah, I just feel like I would be like, oh, I love these women and all that they've done and who they are and these complex people that they look like. But yet they keep saying shit that's crazy.
Yeah. And then you take it off mute.
Right.
Well, let's see what the critics thought. Roger Ebert says, something really, really funny has finally happened. How about you? Would you think that was really, really funny? About the pooping her pants.
Oh.
He didn't like that, I guess.
I mean, it is,
whatever.
It feels cruel in the moment. Watching the scene take place, it feels cruel. Thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that seems like a funny thing for girls to happen on their trip. You read it in the script, you're like, it's fine. But then you watch the sequence.
Yeah.
And they just point and laugh at her.
Well, at least they didn't do it to Miranda, because those writers hated Miranda. Every time something bad had to happen, Miranda.
It did happen to Miranda.
So
it just feels like that distaste expands to the entire cast in the movie.
Sure. Gotcha. I included this just because I thought it was funny. Roger Ebert says, I went to AskJeeves.com.
Ask Jeeves.
That's not even the funny part.
Damn, it really is 2000. If Roger Ebert can use AskJeeves.com, she can't open her fucking email?
I guess not. I liked that her phone was taped together, because my phone also
back in our day,
super fucking broken.
Back in my day, you could just duct tape your cell phone back together and it would still work.
It would still work.
Sully dropped her phone twice and you can't see half the screen.
Oh, it's much less than half. Anyway, Roger Ebert said, I went to AskJeeves.com and typed in how do female dogs masturbate and did not get a satisfactory answer. Why did he do that?
What is
dog
he
keeps
talking
humping
about?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roger
'cause the
Ebert's watching the
dog.
scene and he's like, okay, if the dog's humping, it's got to be dick related. But then it's a girl dog humping everything. And he's like, why would a girl dog hump everything? It's not
Because
a dog with a
Samantha
dick.
got a dog because she walked past a dog and it was humping everything. And she was like, oh my God, just like me. And she got the dog.
And he went to Ask Jeeves and said, how do female dogs masturbate?
He went to the theater, finished the movie.
Yeah.
And all he was thinking about was the dog fucking and how dogs fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger.
And then he went home and he Googled it. Or he asked Jeeves.
He asked
Is
Jeeves.
he
bro.
right? Is he right to do it? Has he noticed something that maybe was incorrect about the logic of the film? Sure, fine. To write about it in the Chicago Sun-Times in his review of the film? I don't know. I don't know that that's appropriate.
Exactly. Which is why I've included it here because it's so crazy.
Yeah.
He says about Mr. Big, he's kind of slow, square, colorless. Hey,
Yeah.
gotta agree.
Check.
And that's what Carrie likes about him.
Yeah. He says Louise is warm and vulnerable and womanly, which does not describe any of the others.
Womanly?
That's what he said.
I don't know what he means by womanly.
Yeah, what does he mean? Like
I understand warm.
I guess we needed Sex in the City. If this is how people were talking about women in movie reviews.
Yeah. I don't know what he means by womanly, but I get like, yeah, she's very friendly and warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a way the other characters
to a point
are
where
not.
she feels almost like a one-note character to somehow provide some humanity into this piece.
Yeah.
Almost pandering like. So I don't like that
Yeah.
Roger appreciated that pandering
Sure.
and felt it was more feminine than these fully developed characters in front of him.
He didn't say feminine. He said womanly.
Womanly, you know what? Roger's just being horny. He saw Jennifer Hudson and he said va 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 boom. He's like all these
He goes, I love American Idol. Oh,
all these bitches are too skinny is basically what he's saying.
This is not Jennifer Hudson's first movie because Dreamgirls came out first.
Of course, she won the Academy Award for Dreamgirls.
I knew she was in that. I just thought it was like 2000. I thought it was later.
Yeah,
So
okay,
my apologies.
We're racist too. Just like Roger.
I just mixed up the year. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so she is good in this movie, right?
She-
Academy Award winner.
yeah.
And I feel like she gets shit for this movie just because the character's nothing.
Well, that's
It's not her fault.
Not her fault at
yeah.
all. And Roger clearly enjoyed a lot about her.
Yeah.
Roger looking at the screen going, wowza!
Awooga.
Awooga!
All right. The Guardian, Peter Bradshaw, who every time I talk about him on this podcast because he's a frequent critic, I go, just like Carrie Bradshaw. And now here he is.
Here we are.
Reviewing.
Does he mention it?
Talking about his sister
Does he
Carrie.
mention that they have the same last name?
He doesn't say that at all. He says, he says, this is a movie so unbelievably girly, whirly, and twirly that on leaving the cinema, I felt like reading 3 Andy McNabs back to back just to get my testosterone back to a metrosexual level. Hey, fuck you, buddy.
I think some of these guys should be shot.
That's crazy.
Get me back up to a metrosexual level. This is a gay ass guy right now.
That is crazy.
There are so many boobs in this. Like, can you not
Call it pornographic.
pornographic?
Whirly twirly?
This is
You see one Vivian Westwood dress. And all of a
He's
sudden
like,
you're
oh my God, this is the chickiest flick I've ever seen.
This is a capitalism advertisement. they're like designer,
Gucci, Prada,
They're showing
Chanel.
actual fashion shows.
Yes.
Like, this is not just girly. This is like rich porn. This is like money on screen. You can't identify the difference between that and just basic femininity.
yeah, it's absolutely bizarre. This is certainly not the girliest movie we've ever
No,
done.
not at
And like
all.
Sex and the City, like while I think a lot of the fans were women, like you were just saying our male friends enjoyed it. when I showed it to our friend Bill, he said, "Oh, it's a Monster of the Week show," which was an excellent take. Excellent
where
take.
the Monster of the Week is some new sexual moray amongst New York City population.
where it's some guy running for governor who likes to pee on Carrie.
Oh my god.
That's the monster.
That's the monster. I had this comedian, and I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, so I'm sorry for stealing your joke. But she had this joke. She came onto my open mic and had this joke. She was like, "Guys love Sex in the City. I know a guy who's lying about never having seen Sex in the City to his new girlfriend so that he can rewatch Sex in the City for the 3rd time."
Just watch it together without lying.
You could. I suppose.
That's so funny though. Yeah, no, exactly. It's a good show.
It's a great show, loved by all genders.
Absolutely it
And
is. So yeah, it's
quite-
for women, but it's a cultural juggernaut.
It's a feminine show.
Yes.
It is not girly
That
or
is
twirly.
the girly twirly is frankly fucking nuts. I guess
That's like Eloise.
you look at the
Exactly.
nothing in this movie, and you could be like, they are filling it with girly and twirly stuff. But to me, they are filling it with designer bags. Like, it's a very different instinct
Yeah.
than being like, here's the feminine. It's more just being like, money. Like,
Yeah.
we're distracting you ladies out there with expensive bags. And I don't think it worked.
Well,
And that's like not what the show is like.
no. No, it's not.
And to me, it doesn't feel girly and twirly. I guess the makeover scene where she's like going through her old apartment and wearing all the 80s outfits.
Oh, but that's like literally
She's also wearing like a
30 seconds in a 2-hour 45-minute movie.
Yeah.
stunty cat suit with like shoulder protrusions. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is fashion. I don't know. Maybe I'm girly and twirly at this point, but it did not. I don't get what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. I think chick flicks in general get a lot of hate for being for like a younger audience. Like sometimes when I talk to people about chick flicks, they're like, "Oh, you mean The Princess Diaries?" You
Yeah,
mean-"
they think like teen
Yeah.
stuff.
and like, sure. I think that we've covered a lot of those movies. I think
Absolutely.
they're good as they are. I do think that they're intended for a younger audience. But this is like specifically for called it pornographic. This is unrated. This is for
This
an
is
older audience,
Unrated.
isn't it?
Rated R. I
Rated
thought.
R.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's for an older audience.
Absolutely.
And so to be like, to call it girly is to me to like infantilize it.
Yeah.
And is to kind of infantilize, all movies made for women. It's like,
I agree. I agree.
100%.
yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, you're on my list, Peter Bradshaw.
Take him out and shoot him.
He should have pretended that Carrie is like his estranged sister and he's watching a biographical movie about her.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
then
that
he
would have been a really funny bit.
Maybe then he would have humanized her and the other characters enough to actually talk about it as a movie.
Yeah. He said at almost 2.5 hours, this film is almost like watching a whole new series of the show run together. Oh, yep, that's true.
Stole my line, buddy.
Yeah. Smith Jared, played by Jason Lewis, is so inexpressively I don't know if it's because he's British or what, because he made all these sentences in such a weird structure.
Oh.
Smith Jared, played by Jason Lewis, is so unexpressively, he appears to have taken a hit of Botox in the frontal lobe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
Whatever. It was nice to look at.
Feels almost
care.
textual in the movie. Feels like almost she's like, why am I doing all this with this dumb guy? And then he's like, well, I am dumb. And she's like, right.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, literally. He's like, I've been dumb the whole time.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's like,
right.
right. Sorry, I did this. I'm getting out.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Mr. Big, played by Chris North, with intriguing, almost camp habit of sensually pursing his lip, which has always led me to suspect that Miranda isn't the only bi-curious character in the cast.
He said,
To be fair, every man in Britain's gay, right?
he said Big's gay. Big's gay.
Right,
Big
so
looks
all
gay.
this, like, I need to do masculine things to feel at least metrosexual. He was sitting there the whole time being like, I want to fuck. Big.
Yeah, literally. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
If that's girly and twirly to you, buddy, go at it.
Yeah.
He's like, it's girly and twirly because this man is so attractive.
Yeah, right. This movie's so feminine because I want to fuck Smith Jared.
He says, there are some funny lines. Okay.
Yeah, that's so
Okay.
true. So true. So true, King.
There are some.
It is all very trivial and disposable, and yet for all its contrivances, its brand name silliness, and its amplified problems afflicting the comfortably off metropolitan classes, I can't help but thinking this is still a cut above the sinister rom-com slush that we are fed.
I don't agree.
Neither do I.
I don't think this is a cut above the romance slush. I love the romance slush. Like, what's the romance slush that's coming out in 2008? I don't know.
Yeah,
we watched
names.
some of them.
Yeah.
I think it's better than like
It's
failure to launch.
Yeah.
I feel like the proposal, like this is to
sure.
me a nadir of films.
But it also had like
rom-coms.
the
But I don't think this
background
movie
to bring it.
has enough calm to frankly put it even in that category. This feels like a almost soap drama.
It's like
to
a
me.
marathon of a fucking
Yeah.
movie. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It feels like a 50s women's movie, you know? It's just like, here's the drama of life and marriage presented straight.
Mm.
You know, it doesn't feel like it's competing against rom-coms at the time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I almost like about the movie.
Sure.
Genre-wise, I feel like if we had somebody take this more seriously than this movie does, maybe we could have some fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. He says, it is still unusual to see a film that features women as the leading characters of their own lives and which attempts to imagine life after marriage. I think a good point.
Yeah,
sure.
The novelty of this movie means that it will always be something I'm comfortable watching, even though it makes me so uncomfortable with the actual execution of its plot points. But this is a demographic I want to see represented like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Well,
A lot of it is about like being in your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Totally. And like for being a rom-com, we have someone not end up with anybody. You know, we
Yeah.
have.
Right. I mean, unfortunately, it's less clear and stable of a plot point in this than it is in the show.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I did like, you know, I think this is kind of fan service, this movie and the following movie and just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that Samantha gets out of their relationship in this. It feels like, you know, a
Yeah.
much better conclusion than the show left it at.
To me, it's desperately necessary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the impact on the genre. Do we consider this a chick flick? Like I said, I don't think like the show was specifically just for women. I feel like it's absolutely like completely beloved by a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like just so much of it is about just like life in New York City. That I think it was a cultural juggernaut that like really defined how people imagined New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And like that is a cultural impact that is like, you know, huge.
Yeah.
But because like this movie being such a different tone from the show, and you know, based on what the critics have said, I don't know. I think it is definitely more for women.
I would absolutely call this a chick flick.
Yeah.
It's the Sex and the City movie.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, some things are just like, yeah, duh. Peter Bradshaw's whole fucking review.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, it is women taking ownership of and a movie about, like, even if it is for everybody, its novelty and its purpose of highlighting women is still so unique that it's going to be for women.
Yeah.
And it was very chick flick in a like specifically 2008 way.
Yeah.
But
Like
also-
when I think of Sex in the City, and I know it stopped airing in 2004,
Yep.
it's kind of like Friends in my brain. It's
Mhm.
a 90s show, you
Yeah.
know, even though they both stopped airing in 2004. So this being in 2008, and then like, again, just like the intro and the marketing for all of it, it was all like hot pink and glittery.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
very Libby Lou, Hannah Montana, even
Yeah.
though it's for like, you know,
Yeah.
old, you know, adults. But still it had that like look and vibe to it, which was very of the time.
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
title.
Bedazzled. She had the bedazzled hot pink razor phone. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, and I mean, they're like
So
dropping.
good.
They have a whole sequence where she just goes in different wedding dresses and names designers who designed them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Only Samantha has an iPhone.
a movie not made for
So
men,
funny.
even though it's made by men that seem to resent these women.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this show, along with The Sopranos, really defined what HBO was.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's why I wanted to compare it like to The Sopranos in terms of like cultural relevancy in a way, you know?
yeah.
There are two genders, The Sopranos and Sex and the City.
Period. Exactly.
And both are about how men are the worst thing in our lives.
Yeah. What's the
Correct.
non-binary HBO show?
The non-binary Arliss. That's a joke for two people.
Yeah.
I can't name any of them.
I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing.
Can we count
I'll
The
come back.
Wire as non-binary?
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
It's too late. It's too
Came out
late.
decades
I'm thinking.
later.
I know, decades.
You can only make so many high-budget TV shows at a time. I
It's
don't
true.
know what else was airing from specifically 1999 to 2006 on HBO.
But HBO had this reputation of being able to put sex and nudity on their channel because it was a extra cost
They had a requirement.
Yes.
Yes, they had to have nudity in Sex and the City.
Yeah. Because
Sarah Jessica Parker, no, though she had to. She wore a bra in all of her intimate scenes.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah. The Sopranos. That's why they work at a strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could just like throw in, and it's so funny in both shows when they just have a scene where like, oh, are those boobs? Like suddenly, and you're like, they're gone. It's like, why was that even in there in this like really serious episode about family? And you're like, oh right,
gotta throw some titties in there.
because they need to. They're required to. And
I
I think
didn't know that.
in later Sex and the City, I don't think they are, but certainly like 1999. Both shows, like every episode
I
had to
did
have
not
boobs.
know
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
like a requirement.
Yeah.
It gets pretty funny.
Yeah.
Huh. I had no clue.
That's why I have Samantha in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
like
you.
for real.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, this show like was kind of one of the first shows that had a budget for like TV. And like the shooting on location also very like not something that they were doing for TV. And now, you know, we get into this, people love their miniseries where it's like TV is where we're putting a lot of our budgets because streaming has become so necessary, so much part of like the
Pervasive.
thank you pervasive, yes. Unending. It's
like an infection that's conquered our entire consciousness and will forever kill us.
Exactly. But you know, series, because you know people have to go back and log in to finish the show.
Yeah.
TV has you know sucked up a lot of the budget that we used to put towards movies. A couple, I think, you know, this show was very influential to a lot of shows. Girlfriends, which came out in 2000, to me is very, I always say Girlfriends is Sex and the City, but they're black and in LA, which, hey, go watch it. It's really good, but there's no boobs also.
All right. That's okay.
I can live with that.
All right. I guess I'll deal.
I'm sure Roger will be upset.
Roger will be upset. Girls 2012.
Yeah.
That's like very like, you know, group of 4 women living in New York.
And the main one's a writer.
And the main one's a writer, yeah.
Almost a response to the vapid and monetarily obsessed world of Sex and the City.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, Sex and the City, like I said, you know, talking about women's sexuality and the issues with their sexuality for like the first time explicitly. Girls is like a whole nother level where it's like, you know, we're going to talk about our sexuality and we're going to like take ownership in like the ways that we're fucked up about it. You know? Yeah. And then Broad City 2014.
My favorite.
Incredible show.
Greatest
My
TV show of all
favorite.
time.
Yeah. And you know, we had 2 movies. We had, and just like that, we had the Carrie Diaries. What a show.
I mean, it's
And
a
we loved them all.
whole fucking universe of stuff because of course it is.
Yeah.
The second Sex and the City movie is insane.
I prefer
And
it
we
to
said this one was insane.
I prefer it to this movie, even though it is factually one of the worst movies ever made.
It's like incredibly racist.
Yeah, unbelievable. To an unbelievable degree.
They go to the Middle East. It's a whole thing.
Lawrence with
but
my labia.
I think, I like this movie better. I think Windsor disagrees.
I think
but
that's a reasonable opinion. It's not something I sleep comfortable about.
yeah, and that's okay. And that's okay.
Well, that's everything I have.
All right.
Thank you everyone for watching and listening. Thank you to Atlas Renee for art, Shishkin Productions, Brianna Harley for music. Next week, we're going to be watching Fast Girls. Follow us on social media with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Letterboxd at FemFeaturesPod.
Girls that are fast.
Girls.